Hello coloring friends, and welcome to this new video. So what I wanted to do in this video is take a look together with you at the 15 Gouache Studio by Caran D'Ache palette. This is basically gouache. I haven't opened it yet. I bought it recently from a local art supply store for 35 euro, reduced from 42. There you go. It's a Dutch store. I live in the Netherlands. And I wanted to try it out together with you in some coloring books. So we'll open it together. It's still in its original packaging. And then I thought, yeah, we could open it up, see what's inside, look together. And then I picked two books to test it in. One is Interiors by Zoe De Las Cases. It's a French book. I chose this book because it's on watercolor paper. So I thought we can test that with gouache. It's quite thick paper, high quality. And then I chose a book that I think many of us have, or at least this type of paper, Rita Berman's Europa book. And, we can test it on this page at the back because, like many of you, if you were to be interested in this set, at least that's the case for me, it would be for coloring. So I thought we'd give it a try in some coloring books. So let's open it up. It comes in this plastic foil. Oh, it's so nice when you open some new packaging. And then let's remove the sleeve. It comes with this paper sleeve. And what I see already is the paper sleeve inside has something written inside. And it says to cut it here. So let's just do that together. I don't think I have scissors here, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. But basically what's inside is a place where you can actually swatch. It's a color chart. So I'll make sure I cut this nicely and then I use it as a color chart as well. Oh, could have just opened it here too. But yeah, this is the sleeve made of carton. And then we've got this tin right here. It says Caran D'Ache Genève, fabrication Suisse depuis 1915. Yeah, made in Switzerland. Okay, so let's open it up, and this is what we see. So you've got this little note. For over 100 years, we have been accompanying you in the expression of your creativity. Your precious Caran D'Ache box and their bright colors have been carefully produced by our craftsmen in our unique manufacture in Geneva. So this is coming all the way from Geneva. Then we've got these, which might just be some stickers. I don't know if you can see it very well. This is gouache. This is the size of a pan, and this is a Neocolor 1 and a Neocolor 2. Okay. Nice, sure. And then this is it. You've got the pans. They're held in place by this little system, but this one's out. Let's just have a quick look. So this is how they look like. Each pan seems to have a separate code. I think this is the black. This inside is plastic. And this is metal. The tin is metal. So we've got 14 in their little pans, 14 colors. Let me push these back. And then we've got this one, which is white, which doesn't come in a pan. It says dekfarben. Okay, Caran D'Ache gouache. Yeah, so this one comes in this. And then we have a brush size 8, and it says Caran D'Ache on it. Yeah. Yeah, this is how it looks like. It's a little bit crooked, actually. But okay, no worries. Okay, let's put it back. So this is what we're gonna test. I have a little bit of water in a glass here that I'll be using, of course. We can use this to swatch. Let me just open this up. So I'll be using this to swatch. I'll make sure to cut it nicely later on. But for now, let's just start with this. Hopefully you can see it well. Of course, let's use the brush that came with the set. I'll make it wet a little bit. And we'll start with a yellow. So gouache, it's supposed to be opaque, not transparent. Oh, very nice pigment. Very nice indeed. So I'm trying not to put too much water, because I understand that if the more you dilute it, the more it feels like watercolor, basically. Let me move this a little bit more out of the way so you can see. Here it is, the yellow. Beautiful and bright. It's really, really bright. So this feels very nice. So the pigment is great, I think. Then we're moving to number 240, lemon yellow. So now we're trying lemon yellow. Again, I'm trying to put very little water. Okay, so this is lemon yellow. Next, we'll go to vermilion. That's number 060. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This just jumps off the page. It's so beautiful. I love how vibrant this color is. Vermilion has my heart. Okay, let me show it to you up close. This is vermilion. Let's clean the brush a little bit. We're going to Carmine Lake, number 080. Oh, this is also beautiful. Okay, can you tell I'm I'm loving this already? I'm not loving the brush, but it doesn't matter, because this is not about the brush. This is about these beautiful colors, which so far we're on the fourth color here. I love. Okay, take a look at Carmine Lake. Also, what they said is that unlike gouache that comes from, what are this called? Well, like this. Excuse me, I'm just having a momentary lapse in memory. The tints, they don't break like the gouache itself. It doesn't crack, basically. So in that way, it's much more similar to watercolor, and it's nice that it doesn't crack. While if you would let gouache out in the open air, it would harden, and then it would crack, or perhaps it's more difficult to use. So that was something that Caran D'Ache said that they really pay attention to. All right, let's have a look at magenta. This is 090 magenta. Next, we're gonna go to, this is kind of strange because it says here ultramarine. Clearly, this is not ultramarine. So let's figure out where they are. Can we see? It doesn't have a name. Oh yeah, it does say here. There you go. Caran D'Ache 035. Yeah, so 035 is ochre. So, well, I'm gonna leave them where they are for now, but obviously, let me try to find the ultramarine. 170. Cyan, this is cyan. Okay, where's our ultramarine? 140, yeah, this is ultramarine. Okay, so let me use this. Oh, it's a good thing I caught it. Okay, so now we're trying ultramarine. This is a primary blue on the color wheel, so it's nice to have it in this color palette. So is lemon yellow. And I'm guessing maybe Carmine Lake. I'm gonna try to use that as a primary here. Okay, but this is the ultramarine that you get. Next up, we're going to cyan. If only I knew which one it is. Sorry, guys. Let me do the ones I know. Okay, let me just go with this one. What is this? This is 059. This is brown. Let's do the brown. Okay, nice coverage with the brown. Oh, I'm a little bit in a hurry here. Here we go. Let me show you the brown, 059. Next, we're gonna try the ochre, which is here next to it. Of course, if you want to rearrange the colors, you can. They're easily removable out of their slots and they slide back in. So yeah, it's quite flexible that way. Here's ochre. Now, I'm gonna try the black. I'm guessing this is the black. Good coverage for the black. Of course. Okay, this is black. 009. We're gonna do the gray as well. Right next to it here. It's opaque, of course. Okay, here is the gray. And now we have, let me see. So this is 230. So 230 is yellow green. So let's do yellow green now. Here is yellow green. I need to put a bit more water. Perfect. So this is what you get with yellow green, 230. Next, we're gonna look at 210, and 210 is emerald green. So a darker green. Let's see what we get with this dark green. Here it is. It's a little bit muddy, but let's just wait for it to dry. But this was emerald green. And now we're going to find cyan and malachite green. So this is 180. This is malachite green. Okay, let's give this one a try then. It's strange, it looks more like blue, dark blue from here. Oh, look at this beauty. It's a wonderful color. This dark, rich green makes me think of pine trees and the forest, or a deep lake. This could be the color of a deep mountain lake. So here it is, number 180. And then cyan, 170, right here. Let's try this one out as well, with a clean brush, of course. Okay, cyan, beautiful, beautiful blue. Here it is. That's cyan for you. Last but not least, we're gonna try the white. Let me open up the tube. It's a tube, of course. Okay, here it is. Let me just put just a little bit and spread it. Now, I think some of the color, the residual color on the brush influenced the color of the white. So just for you to be aware of that when you check this out. I don't think a true white anymore, but anyway, that's the coverage there. And I think basically what you can do is you can use the white with all of these to sort of make it more opaque, even more opaque. It's the white that makes it opaque. All right, so this is the first part. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a look at how the gouache plays in these two coloring books. Okay, so this is a few minutes later. What I've done is I've cut this so that it looks a bit more neat. I'll put this to the side. And what we'll do is I'll bring these two books in the camera angle so we can actually try them out. So I mentioned that I picked this one because it has watercolor paper. And also I thought I would pick this page because I've already colored one pillow with watercolor. So it's a good chance for us to be able to compare how the gouache looks like next to the watercolor. I'm going to try to choose a relatively similar color so that we see all the differences. I've also cleaned the brush in the meantime. Here it is. I think I'm going to go for number 170, cyan. Let me just double check that this is it. Yeah, this is 170 cyan right here. So let's wet the brush again. Get a bit of gouache on the brush and try to do the pillow next to it. I think I need a little bit more water. Let's water the brush a bit more. Okay, so immediately you see a difference. The coverage is, oh yeah, it's different. It's more opaque already. It's not as transparent basically, although I've used quite a bit of water here. So it's pretty diluted. Okay, let's try to follow the edge here. Alright, so this, let me try to get a higher concentration of pigment, so I didn't use any additional water now. So as you can see, it's pretty dry now. It feels pretty dry. Not something I can necessarily spread easily on the page. So that's just, yeah, I need to use a bit more water. That's just the color that it is. Yeah, strong pigment, all in all. Can still see through the color a little bit, but yeah, that's alright, I think. But yeah, it depends what you want to use gouache for, right? If we want to use it like we use acrylic pens to really cover up line drawing, for example. I'm not sure if it would be possible. Let me try to go over this so that we can really see it. Do you see? You still see the black lines. Yeah, let me bring it up to you so you can really see the difference up close. So this here on the right is watercolor and this is gouache. And what I would say would be a similar color, and see, I went over it. So yeah, it's not fully opaque really. So I guess it's kind of a mix. It's a bit of a thicker watercolor, if you will. And that's maybe how I would describe it. I'll just finish up the pillow with this color. I'm kind of going over the edge there. Let me pick up a bit more color. So again, what I used was cyan number 170. All right, that's kind of what we can get to. I'll let it dry and I'll also show it to you later on when it's dry. And then let's move on to the next book, which is Rita Berman's Europa book. Let's see how the gouache fares on that paper. So let's go to the test page at the end. I'm gonna pull this up right here again. And let's try a red this time, see how that is. Oh, I think I loved this one when I did the original swatch. So let's give it a try. So let me also try to go over this to give you an idea of how it is. Put some color on the brush. I mean, it lays down beautifully. You don't need that much water, which is great because it means the paper won't really suffer too much from the water attack. So from that perspective, I think it's a good idea to use this if you want to use kind of watercolor. Let me look at the back so you don't see anything on the back. There's no shadow, there's nothing. So that's great. It feels like a very strong color, like it's vibrant. That's what I mean. The pigment is great. I would say it's high quality. If you want to use it to cover up black lines, look, I don't think it's fully possible to do that, so I wouldn't recommend it for this. If you want to use it as, yeah, just another way to color, as watercolor, as you would watercolor maybe, I think this is a great option. It's high quality, yeah, vibrant colors. Let's try another one as well, and maybe let's play with this space too. It's really a joy to use, I will say that. Let's go for some green. Oh, I thought this was beautiful green. And of course you'd use this with a brush, so it's not the usual pencil or marker, but yeah, you can get different effects. I'm using quite a bit of water on this, I think. Let's see how that feels, and maybe let me try one with just a little bit of water. So basically what I'll do is I'll dry the brush on a towel and then go in. Let's try a yellow for this. I still think there's a bit of green mixed in that. But yeah, as you can see, you can easily see the line behind the color. So yeah, there's that. Now let's have a look to see how this is drying. This is almost dry, not completely. Yeah, the paper is crumbled just a little bit, no problem there. But yeah, this is an idea of how it kind of dries and how it compares to watercolor. So it is sort of thicker, right, when you look at the consistency compared to watercolor. And then this is a test in Rita Berman's books on that paper. Yeah, this is still drying. This is how it looks like on the back. So yeah, there will be no problem coloring the page. This is the red. So yeah, what do I think of this set in the end with these tests that we've done? I think it's a nice set of colors. I do appreciate how vibrant they are. So that is great. I would say, yeah, it gives you another option. So that's always great. They're nice, vibrant colors. So if you're looking for a set that, you know, brings you in a different direction, maybe you wanted to explore with something like watercolor. Well, gouache is another way of expressing yourself. It's a high quality tin. It comes in pans, so it's easy to transport as well. I think if you would add the white to this, it would make it more opaque. Maybe I can still give that a try and see how it turns out. So let me quickly give this a try. So let's just use it. I can use this you can use this as a palette, of course, but let's just put a little bit of white here, and then get a little bit of color, and let's see how that works out. Maybe it's good to try out, because basically I want to see if we can get it more opaque than it is now. So this is an important question with gouache, because this is one of the main differences between gouache and watercolor. So otherwise, why would you buy gouache specifically? So let us find out. If I mix it, making a little mess here, that's all right. Let's try to mix that white with color. Let's just take this. Okay, so a little bit of this, which I think is the Carmine Lake. And it's mixed. It's becoming this beautiful pink. Let's put this to the side and see what happens. Oh, wonderful. Okay, let me go over the border intentionally. Okay, so you can still see it, but look at the difference. Not as much. You can't see it as clearly as with the yellow, for example. So yeah, there is a difference there if you add a bit of white to it. makes it a little bit more opaque. So maybe that's a consideration as well if you're interested in this set. Let me try it on the pillow as well, on the other book. So yeah, there's definitely more coverage there. The lines are just not as visible anymore if you look at the pillow itself. Let me use a bit more. So yeah, the white comes with this set, so if you want to cover some things, it's a good idea to use the white. And now let me bring this a little bit closer to the camera so you can see the difference as well here. And once again, this. So this is the set at €35. Is it worth it? Is it not? You decide. I think it's a nice selection of colors. I think it's something different that you can try if you're looking to supplement your coloring supplies. And it does work in different books. It depends if you're looking for something opaque or not, but if you want something that's a little bit different from watercolor, but you do enjoy using watercolor in your coloring, I think this could be something for you. So thank you for watching. I hope this review, this little video has helped. And I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions about it, please put them in comments. I'll do my best to answer. And happy coloring! Bye bye!